How's it going, guys? It's Tyler, and today we're going to be playing some XDefiant, but I just haven't been playing it at all, and Season 2 came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it another try. A few games in, I was like, god damn it, they got me back. This game, I forgot how fun it was. After playing Modern Warfare 3, well, I will say it is not a bad multiplayer. XDefiant just feels so much fresher. I've been using the Vector today. I never gave the Vector a chance. I hated it for some reason, but then I used it today and I was mowing through people and I was like, alright, well, I was missing out, and now I feel toxic because like I'm literally spraying them down. As of recording this, the Cleveland Browns lost to the Las Vegas Raiders, and oh brother, we know our recent games we've had offensive line problems, and you know, I feel like we were kind of not thinking it was a big deal because the Cleveland Browns have had the best offensive line in the league for the past couple of years. We have an amazing offensive line coach, so we didn't think, I feel like Browns fans weren't freaking out that much. Really time to start panicking now about the offensive line. DeJuan Jones just looks absolutely lost out there. And personally, I loved when Deshaun Watson got pissed off at DeJuan Jones, because at this point it's like, dude, he's being hit every single play. He is being asked to force a play because his right tackle just can't defend anyone. You know, the injury bug has hit us, but it's still like DeJuan Jones went from being one of the best right tackles last season, and like the most, like, everyone was talking about how amazing he is, and then this season it's like, what happened? Did he like get hit in the head a few times? Before I talk about Deshaun, I want to talk about the defense, because like the defense, they're like a mid-level defense right now after being the best in the NFL. Like, how does that happen? Where does, like, Jim Schwartz didn't change anything. The team is the exact same. If anything, it feels like the defense might have gone better with Jordan Hicks, but apparently not. Let me go! And Martin Emerson, it's like, what happened to him? He was a lockdown corner. We called him Emerson Island and everything, but he was getting cooked by neighbors. He was getting cooked by Trey Tucker. I do want to talk about the end of game timeout call, because that's going to be a hot topic over these next few days. And I watch a Browns YouTuber named Quincy Carrier, goated. He had a take of saying that using the timeout at the end of the game didn't affect it at all. It kind of didn't, because it depends on how confident you are in the Browns offense. If we would have not used that timeout, and the commentator even said, we would have gotten the ball back with maybe like 35 seconds. If we stopped them and didn't let them get a first down. But instead, they decide to drain the clock and then call a timeout. And it just kind of like left me thinking, I was like, what are you doing? It's simple Madden logic. I'm confident that the Browns could have gotten a stop, but am I confident in Deshaun Watson to go down the field in 35 seconds, getting out of bounds and scoring a touchdown because Dustin Hopkins missed the extra point? I just knew the game was over as soon as there was the faulty snap. I do think that calling the timeout was the wrong move, but I could see where you could be coming from. Deshaun Watson, though, not talking about anything that happened off the field, strictly just talking about what happened on the field. This season so far, he's honestly not been that bad. And he's not perfect at all, by any means. He's not Houston Deshaun Watson or anything, but he's making steps to getting back to what he once was. This game, though, I truly do think it was one of his best games as a Brown. He was pretty much doing everything to get us a win, and it's just no one could help him. Amari Cooper, don't know what happened to him. Legit don't know. And now I can see why the Browns wanted to trade him for Brandon Ayuk. He was throwing the ball pretty well. The only problem that I have with Deshaun Watson this season, long third downs, he is not even making an attempt or a first. He's always checking it down and just getting us a few yards. And it's the safe call, but it's like you're wasting offensive possessions not being aggressive, because he hasn't been very aggressive. Him and Jerry Jeudy have looked really good together. I'm a big fan of Jerry Jeudy's game. While we do have the highest drop rate, catch percentage is going to be pretty low when Amari Cooper's leading the league with a 41% to catch the ball. Bro, you're camping in the... I don't know what other moves the Browns could make, though, because the roster is about as good as a roster can get. It's just, the communication is god-awful, and players are just not making plays when they're supposed to be. I'm just excited for Nick Chubb to come back, because when he comes back, I feel like we can relieve some pressure off of Deshaun, and we can once again have a two-headed monster. Jerome Ford has been fine. Donta Foreman is a player I want to see get the ball more. He gets yards when he gets carries too. It's just they don't really seem to be that trusting in him. With the record of 1-3 and seeing how the AFC North is playing right now, I'm not too worried about having that record. The commentators were like, if you're 1-3, you have a 6% chance to make the playoffs. Shut up. The whole entire commentary crew was god-awful. I just hope the Guardians can do something in the playoffs, because Cleveland fans, we were so hyped. All three of our sports teams were good, and it's just disappointment. If you know someone who's a Cleveland sports fan, please check on them and make sure they're doing okay, because it's a hard time out there for us.